You may have heard that I'm axing almost all of my previous pickup line, and that is true. So it's time to introduce you to the Hekate line of pickups. I sometimes made jokes that I was selling the metal community pickups that they didn't know that they wanted, because I was focusing on weaker magnets, lower winds, and accentuation of the higher frequencies. Which tends not to be marketed towards the metal community. It tends to be a lot of overwound, really dark, heavy pickups. When I was designing the Hekate pickup, I wanted to take what I had already done with the Lich Bell pickup. You may be familiar with the Lich Bells. I've wound these for a long time. They are my best-selling pickup by far to date. This is a comparatively lower wind pickup with a weaker Alnico 3 magnet that really accentuated the highs and the high mids of your sound. But I wanted to take that concept even further, which led me to designing the Hekate pickup. After many, many versions, here we are. I wanted to back it up with science. So I took a look at all of my pickups. I took a look at the peak frequencies and all of the measurements that were really going into those pickups to deliver exactly what I wanted to do. Flip it, you can hear the noise. So that's a typical P90. That was the one that I designed first. Decided to go back to the drawing board. How much quieter it is. Even though the output on this, and if you want to hear what I have to say about output and as it relates to the sound of pickups, go watch my last video. The output on this is about 12.5K. It does not sound anything like a typical humbucker in that output range or that DCR range would sound. It has more in common tonally with a single coil pickup. It is splittable. The peak frequency on this as a humbucker lands somewhere between a Strat and a typical humbucker's peak frequency. It lands kind of in the realm of what a Tele pickup, a bridge pickup from a Tele, would typically land in. And when this is split, because you can split it, the peak frequency of that split coil lands right where a Strat. Making this, I was really inspired by the tonal qualities of the guitars that we were hearing on records from the late 80s and into the 90s. I find that we now mix things very dully, particularly in things like doom metal and metal. It gets to be really, dare I say, dull, very flat almost. I miss the days when our guitars were mixed a little bit brighter and we were hearing more of that attack on them, and that's where this comes from.